Hi guys, my name's Dr. Hish. I'm a cosmetic dentist in the Northeast and I've completed over 1,000 smile makeover cases. I also own a clinic called Aura Dental Clinic and a lab called Halo Dental Lab. Here's the best piece of advice I can give to young dentists who've just graduated. Number one, somebody told me when I graduated that, hey, you've got 5 years to make all the moves that you want to make, because after 5 years, you start becoming more repetitive and get stuck in your ways. And I'll never forget that piece of advice, because what it compelled me to do was learn composite bonding, Invisalign, veneers, set up my own clinic, set up my own lab. It's been 7 or 8 years now, and that advice paved the foundation for me, because we get stuck in this false way of thinking where we feel like, oh, we shouldn't rush. Don't run before you walk. Don't start with your basic dentistry and then slowly build up your hand skills and get more confident. But the truth is, practice doesn't make perfect. Perfect practice makes perfect. So if you're going to try and get good at composite bonding by doing extractions, it's not going to happen. Or if you're going to get good at cosmetic dentistry by doing endo, it's not going to happen, or vice versa, right? So I would encourage you to try to learn and start to practice as soon as possible, somewhere in your weekly diary, a patient or two for the treatments that you want to get good at. For me, it was cosmetic dentistry. I always had a passion for it. For some reason, I was inclined to do it. I found it really cool. Like, you can really improve someone's appearance and self-confidence. So I just really wanted to push that. Then it became business. So that's my first piece of advice. You got 5 years. Don't wait till too long to get these skills and learn these skills. Get going straight away. There are guys that when I just graduated started learning implants. And at the time I was like, that's really quick to learn implants. Looking back now, those guys are killing it now. Over time, you learn and the time flies, and you want to have years under your belt and experience and cases under your belt. You've got to start sooner. It's the biggest advantage. It's like investing in a stock. It can grow and grow and compound over time. That's the same thing with your skills. So invest in your skills early. Number two, my second piece of advice is a lot of dentists rush to go to dental courses, and that's another really big question that I get is, which courses do you advise? To be honest with you, at the beginning, I don't think you should really go on many courses at all. I feel like there's so much knowledge out there, especially now with Instagram and social media and on the internet. There's so much free knowledge. ChatGPT, you can learn so much about dentistry by researching it yourself for free. And to tell you the truth, the most passionate, curious dentists are the ones that go the furthest, and they actually learn late at night on their phone, on their laptop, trying to find knowledge and seek knowledge that they can implement the next day in their practice. No course is going to go back to the surgery with you, hold your hands and do the dentistry. Courses are useful if you apply what you've learned, like anything, tell, show, do. And you can't apply what you've learned if you don't have the patience to do it. So my second piece of advice, don't waste all your money on courses. If you're going to invest in something, invest in free knowledge and invest in practicing that on patients or doing it for free on nurses or staff or friends. That is a cost to you because you're using your time, but to gain the skills that you need to gain on a real live patient, it's priceless. So yeah, my second piece of advice, don't waste all your money on courses. There's so much free knowledge out there. Be inquisitive, be curious, learn as much as you can organically before you start splashing thousands and thousands on courses. My third piece of advice for young dentists, and this is so important, as soon as you can, get some loupes. Damn it, get some good loupes. I also would recommend a loupe that has a magnification higher than 4.5, because if you're going to get ×2 or ×3, you're really not going to get your bang for buck, nor are you going to see that much different to what you can see normally. If you got 4.5s above, you're going to see a lot. I got loupes really early on. Everyone was questioning, why is he spending so much on loupes? It's been 4 months. But what it allowed me to see was the teeth. And if you can't see the teeth, you don't really know what you're working on. I disagree with anyone who doesn't use loupes and says that they're not necessary. I just think that they haven't found the right loupe for them. And I have 20/20 vision, by the way. I'm not vision impaired. I just like to see as much as possible. And it's the illumination that those loupes have as well, which really brightens things up. Other piece of advice is to get a DSLR camera and loupes together. So getting a DSLR camera will help you take macro style photography so that you can see everything really close up. Loupes will also help you see everything close up, but when you're actually doing it. So I was finding that I'd go home, look through my pictures and critique my work and think, why is that work looking so shit? Why does this margin look so rough? And then one of my mentors at the time was like, bro, you need to get loupes because that will help you see everything. And it was so true. And you see more, you can do more. Your dentistry just gets a lot better. Massive help for me. And I'd strongly advise you invest in loupes. My next piece of advice for young dentists is think outside the box and learn outside the box. All your colleagues and friends will be going to the same dental courses. They'll be learning from the same people. And there is a business with that. It's a huge business, huge industry, dental education, right? It's getting more expensive every year. I've not been to too many courses. I'll tell you the ones I've been to in a different video. I learned my cosmetic dentistry core skills from a guy in Vancouver, a dentist out there who politely allowed me to shadow him for a couple of weeks doing veneer cases day in, day out. It was a fantastic experience, and he showed me the real way to do it. Started cosmetic dentistry 40 years ago. He's seen it all, done it all. And to learn from him, the North American way, very different to the UK way, by the way. I don't think anything's right or wrong. I just think it's different, which is cool. Was invaluable experience for me. So outside the box, I didn't go to a course to learn that. I learned it from him. That's not to say courses are bad. Courses are great. You can learn lots of core skills on courses. Sometimes you do have to pay for it. You got to just pay. But there's a lot you can do before you go on a course to learn the knowledge that you need to learn. Another really, really solid piece of advice I'd say is you're starting your career and you're probably thinking about teeth all the time, but just take a step back, zoom out, and think about you and your brand and your communication, because dentistry is one facet of your career. A huge, probably more important side of it is communication, is how you present yourself to patients, how you present yourself online, because patients are generally nervous coming to the dentist. I mean, for goodness sake, you're gonna be working in their mouth for a few hours, drilling around, jabbing them up. It's not like the most pleasing experience. So if you can work on your communication, work on how you come across to patients, make sure you are presentable, they're going to feel a lot more comfortable when they come to see you for treatment. Tying into that, invest in skills that are non-dental. For example, how to communicate, how to brand yourself. If you want to learn how to sell ethically, study books on sales. Sales is stigmatized like crazy, but it's the most important component of any business. You don't need to stigmatize sales. You can learn how to ethically sell and ethically present options to patients. Sales is really about trying to figure out what somebody's main pain point or chief concern is and addressing it with solutions that fit their problems. So you learn sales, you can invest in audiobooks. There's an audiobook by a guy called Brian Tracy called The Psychology of Selling. It's like 10 quid. You don't have to spend 20K on a sales course, right? You can literally buy these audiobooks. You can listen to them on the way to work, every day in the gym, on a walk, and you will learn so much just passively. There's loads of other books like that where you can spend a little bit and you can constantly keep learning. Courses are great. It's like buying a treadmill, but unless if you walk on the treadmill, you're not going to get any value out of it. So that's how I look at a lot of courses. It's like you spend 5,000 on each course, you got like a room full of treadmills and ain't nobody walking on them. So that's my opinion, that's my hot take. I hope you found it useful. If you're a young dentist and you're just starting your career, want some guidance, answers to any specific questions, just let me know and I'd be happy to help. I want more high quality cosmetic dentistry in the UK, and I want to inspire the younger generation of dentists to be more, to improve the standard in the UK, because there's a huge amount of patients getting dodgy treatment and it's not good. Hope you enjoyed this video. If you could subscribe, I'd be very grateful. If you can leave a comment, I'd also be grateful too. And I'll see you next time.